How to increase the rate of return on your money. How many of you are disappointed and discouraged with the amount of interest the banks are paying on your savings right now? It's horrible. I know I'm getting less than 1% on my savings account. A lot of you are probably looking to alternatives. And when you think of alternatives, you're probably looking at the stock market or real estate. I'm a realtor, so I would love to sell you some real estate. Getting a commission from you would make my day, or month, if it's expensive enough property. And if you bought a rental property and you hired a good property manager, it would be pretty much passive, and you definitely would get a higher rate of return than just keeping your money in the bank. But it is a little bit more active than just putting your money in the bank. So it's not for everybody. If that's something you're interested in, I'm happy to talk to you about that afterwards. And the stock market. Who doesn't love the stock market? It goes up and down and it's so much fun. I've had my money invested in the stock market since I was in high school. I bought some mutual funds and some good stocks, and I just sort of kept it there all along. And I've kept it there for quite some time. It may not look like it, but I've been out of high school for a few years now. And those stocks have gone up because of time. So if you have time, it's a great option for you. If you don't have time, you probably realize the stock market is kind of volatile. It could drop in half in a matter of 2 years or even less. So it's not a great option if you can't keep your money in there a long period of time. Which brings me to the third option and the purpose of my speech. I was having lunch with a real estate investor not long ago, someone who's been doing real estate investing for quite some time. And he invests in rental properties. He was telling me a story of this lady who loans him money, and he's paying her a 6% interest rate. And he had a reason to call her up one time, and when he called her, she immediately said, "Oh no, are you calling to pay me back?" That was her reaction. She was really worried that he was going to pay off that loan. And she would be missing out on that 6% interest rate monthly payment that she had grown accustomed to. And she knew it would be very hard to replace that in today's low interest rate environment. And he also borrows money from other people just like that. And I thought, this is great. This is a win-win situation for everybody. That lady is getting a higher rate of interest than she normally would. And the investor is able to buy rental properties with that money and make money every single month. Not only that, many of you may not realize I, Jason, aspire to be a private money lender. I think there is nothing better in this world than to have my money work hard for me rather than me work hard. I'd rather just have it out there working. I'm getting money every single month, and I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, eating popcorn. That's my goal one day. So this private money lending is something I would do myself. Now, this all sounds really great, doesn't it? But of course, there is a downside to private money lending, which is, what if the borrower, the investor, doesn't pay you back? Well, of course, in real estate, you have a mortgage, you have the right to foreclose on them and take the property. But that's no fun. So I have some little guidelines to go by in case this is something you may be interested in. Number one is I would loan money to someone who has a long track record of real estate investing in the town that you live in. So we're all here in Sarasota. So I'd find someone that has a long track record in Sarasota, Manatee County. That way they have a reputation, a good reputation, and something to lose if they don't pay you back. Number two, I would find someone that has been through a market correction. We all know that those of us who were around what it was like in 2008 and 9. It was kind of a wild ride. I was a realtor, real estate investor then, and I had money in the stock market. I tell you, I was kind of worried. So you want someone who has been through that, know what it's all about, and now they're probably taking precautions. And if they made mistakes then, will probably not make the same mistakes now. And number three, you want to loan money to someone who is making money on the property from day one. They're getting positive cash flow, not waiting for rents to go up, not buying, hoping to sell it for more. They're making money from day one. Example would be this investor, let's just say his mortgage payment, taxes, insurance would be $500 a month, and he's getting $900 a month from the tenant. Well, that's a good deal. He's going to keep on paying you, the lender, because he's making money right away. So that's something you want to check out what they're buying. With those three guidelines, I feel like this could be a good option for you if you're tired of getting very low interest rates in the bank. At least it's something to consider, and I advise you to do your own research. Thank you very much.